Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, lovers of the Triple F podcast, we have somebody in the building. Yes, we have a talent manager. We have a public relations expert. We have a communication guru. We have Cedothegoat in the building.
Hey.
Welcome, Cedo. Welcome to the Aura Vault Studios.
Thank you, Efe. Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Cedothegoat. I've always wanted to ask, who gave you that name?
Are you for real? Do you want to
Not
hear
like
that?
goat, the one we eat. No, not goat's meat. Like Cedo, the greatest of all time. Where did that name originate from?
Okay,
I like it.
Thank you. Before we go too far, my name is Cedo Mbomo. Yeah, but then there's Cedothegoat. Okay, apparently, yeah. You want to hear the story?
Yes, just summarize it.
Okay, actually, goat. Somebody, a friend, right? We were having like an altercation, and she said goat. She called me like she mentioned goat. I was like, where is this coming from? Where is this? Because goat is one thing that if you ever call me a goat or you say mumu, normally it's not within my circle or something like that. But when she mentioned goat, I felt really hot, right?
Was it coming from a place of insult?
Yeah, because she didn't know what to use. You're having like a bit of an exchange. So the goat thing it just came out. I was like, yo. But you know what's funny? I decided to use that because I knew it was something that really got to me. I decided to use it as something that let me make fun of it so it doesn't hurt me as much.
Wow.
So yeah, when I went to school the next day, I did something like, yo, I want to create a content video, yeah. So if you see me pass, say, who are B? Cedothegoat? Who am I? Cedothegoat? So I changed my IG handle. So it was just like a spite, yeah. So you said I'm a goat now, no troubles.
Your lemons to lemonade.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
I swear I didn't see that coming. I thought, you were delivering a great speech and someone was just hailing you like Cedothegoat. Never in my widest imagination would I have thought that you got this name from an altercation you had with a friend.
Yeah. Because I also called her name, yeah, but I don't want to go to where I called her the name.
Thankfully, we're talking about friendship. Money and friendship, of course. When it comes to money in adult friendship, that's a very sensitive topic, but it's a real one. We just have to talk about it because navigating adult friendship is hard. And I'm sure you've heard people say, I need to borrow person money, I need to borrow my friend money, I go just give the one when I fit though.
True.
And when it comes to money and friendship, it can actually test the strength of that friendship. Have you ever had any money and friendship experience, any good, bad, or ugly experience as an adult?
Okay.
Do you have any story you would like to share with us?
Okay, I want to start from the etymology. I want to start from the onset, right?
Okay.
Because I don't just want to go into adulthood. I want to start from when I was a teenager and learning about money and what money does to friendships, right? So I got to a part where when I thought this friendship was running its course, I'll just ask the person, would you like to borrow some money? Right?
Like out of the blues.
Yeah, I'll just ask do you need money? Do you want to borrow some money there? I knew that, okay, because when I started realizing when people take money from you, they don't give it back and they start to avoid you.
From your teenage age.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I started trying that, yeah. Then somebody said, please don't be doing stuff like that. Yeah. Which changed that orientation. Because when I wanted to end a couple of friendships or anything, I just, do you want money? I tempt you with it and I let you avoid me with it, but that's exactly what I want. I know this is not where
you wanted to end a friendship, you offer the person money, knowing fully well that person cannot be trusted when it comes to money.
Yeah, I want to see too if this.
So
this
it was a test in disguise as well.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, if you actually decide to actually pay me, I'll be like, okay, I need to back down and actually pay attention to this person a little bit more because this is somebody that could be trustworthy. But most times, often than not, a lot of persons disappeared. So because when they see me over here, they cross the other way. So that's exactly what I want. I thank you for doing that. So that's one part.
You must be very rich to be letting go of money like that because you don't understand this.
So now, see, I walked around it, yeah, because it's not like I was very rich, but I've always been okay with my finances and all of that, yeah. And the way I work around it, because I'm not a very, how do I say this? I'm just very okay with I just know how to manage my money, that's all. So in adulthood right now, yeah, it's not as flamboyant as it was in teenage days.
Nothing to worry about.
Right? So adulthood right now, money puts a lot of pressure on a lot of things, especially the friendship, in the sense that you can't, when you're not able to meet up, right, it seems as though you don't want to do it. But you have your own challenges or you don't have enough. Yes, they say somebody that wants to do would do, right? But there are certain times that you feel this type of pressure because you're not able to support your friend in the way that you would love to, especially when you were coming from a place of you had a bit more and they knew you from that time.
Space, yeah.
When you were in that level or you're that level. But now that it's been like, okay, this is adulthood and there are a lot of things that you want to achieve, a lot of bills to handle. So it's now like a different conversation, like, you don't want to do this for me. I know you can do it if you want to do it, but it's usually not that way. And sometimes it causes like a strain on the relationship. Yeah, some people are like, yeah, it's okay. But sometimes you feel terrible within yourself too that you would really love to meet this person at that level, especially at maybe that stage of their life when they're having a celebration or something, a really huge moment, So basically it's been a navigation, right? Been navigating this particular money and friendship journey, because what I try to do basically is I show up as much as I can show up. Then I where I cannot meet up, I reach out and I offer an awful explanation, because I would rather not offer an explanation. I would just prefer to show up and stuff like that. So basically it's been up and downs. Some you can show up for, some you can't, and you just make a mental note that as you get something, you actually show up in for some people. Like I know some persons that I was not able to meet up with their weddings, I was not able to meet up with their birthday celebrations, maybe funeral or something like that. But I have like notes, not just mental notes. I have notes that, okay, I wrote down this person, this is what I'm owing you, this is what I'm owing you. So it could come in 2 years later, it could come in 3 years later. But what I know is that I'm going to
definitely repay that debt.
Yes, I'm going to do that. So a lot of persons that maybe they think I don't know or I'm just neglecting them. I don't have much to say. I'm not a very talkative person in certain affairs, but I just want to do the best I can do because I prefer to show up than to talk about it so much.
Interesting. So have you ever had friends borrow money from you? Or rather, are you of the school of thought of, I don't borrow my friends' money for the sake of the friendship? Let's say we're close friends and I reach out to you that I'm in need of, say, 200,000 naira to support my rent, and I make it from you. You know how when you come to borrow, you sweet talk the person and all of that.
Yeah.
And I tell you at the end of the month when I get my salary or there is this gig I'm hoping to get, I will pay you back. Would you prefer to give me the 200K or you will support with whatever you can pass with?
Okay, let me be.
What's your school of thought on borrowing friends' money?
Okay. Can I go with a story so I can be real about it?
Sure.
So actually, starting from adolescence and all of that, I did not have this mentality of, I did not know that you could tell people, I'll give you what I have, and to, what you just explained. Then I remember borrowing somebody, I gave a friend my ATM card even, and my sister, when she found out, she was like, you don't do that. Like, instead, what you do, because definitely that friend didn't pay me completely, like pay everything back or whatnot, but she managed to pay a bit of the money. So my sister was like, you don't do that. Instead, you tell them, this is what I have, right? And you help out. But as I navigate through life too, I think that for some persons, for my friends, I actually, like, when you reach out, I'm in a tight spot, I actually give them the money, and I like to, like, just believe in one or two persons. I know it's like, it's quite risky, but I look at some people and I want to take the risk on them, right? And so far so good. I can think of like a couple persons that I've given money to, and at the appointed time they gave me back that money.
You didn't have to call, they didn't have to give excuses, come up with stories, they didn't have to avoid you, just like the experiences you had as a teenager. They didn't have to tell you, I'm not the only one owing. Nigeria as a country is even owing.
No. I've not.
You've never had any.
I've not had that drama, right? Especially with like huge sum of money that they borrowed. But the ones that borrow like the small monies, the ones I don't even understand. Like, I don't understand. So I just like navigate. I just let them go, because are you not going to talk about this thing? What are you saying? Or the ones I asked one time, like for the fun of it. What's up? How far this money now?
And what reply did you get?
Well, I think I've lost the account number. What I can tell you is that either they blocked me or they don't take my calls. Like I can't even remember, but I just know that we are no longer mutuals for some reason. They're still here, but
The money
they
broke
just
that
run away.
friendship.
Like a measly sum, bro. A measly sum. So it just tells me that it tells me what it needs to tell me, because this is you over a measly sum of money. So I don't think that we are actually friends, or a friend that I can count as trustworthy. So I know the people that I've taken risk on, and I know that I decided to take that risk on them because in a world where people are saying this is what I can help you with, certain things, certain experiences, certain challenges need you to actually help people out in that sport.
But don't you think for people who have made the decision to say, I cannot borrow you money, not because I don't trust you, but based off of my past experiences with people, I do not want to be in that space. I value this friendship so much than to risk it at the end of the day and find out that it was this money I lent you or borrowed you that ended the friendship. So I'm putting the friendship above money. You need 100K, I can help you with 20,000 or 30,000 as the case maybe. Do not pay back. Rather than say, okay, I'm giving you 100K and I expect you to pay me back in 2 weeks time. And from 2 weeks, it becomes months, years. And before you know, we just drift apart. And every time someone asks me, how far this your guy? It's not a nice story to tell. Don't you think it's because of the experiences they've had in the past? And that's just a way of them protecting that friendship?
No, I'm not disputing that. I respect their point of view. I'm just talking about my point of view, right? They can definitely do that. I know I've heard people say such, right? That, I can't give you 200, I can give you this and you can keep it, right? But I know that there are certain times that maybe I, as a person, that doesn't work for me. So sometimes I can just leave you because I say, no, I want this, and I'll look for a different means to get that particular sum. So I'm a risk taker. Okay. Right? So I'm not there to protect it. If you cannot protect our friendship, let it go. That's what I do. So if I'm giving you this 100K, I'm giving you with trust, right?
You're keeping
and
it
I'm also
100.
trying to see, I'm trying to see what are you going to do. Because this is once bitten, twice shy. That's what I do. So if you do it this time around, you can't come back to me a second time. The friendship.
But when people do, they are very bold. They have audacity.
But we
they will come back and they will cook up emotional stories that will break you.
I've had that relationship too, right? So fool me once, shame on who?
You?
No,
shame,
fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah. Fool you once, shame on me. Fool you twice,
so
shame on you.
I was in the university, right? And there was this guy, we used to work together. So he fooled me once. He left town. He traveled to a different state. This was the second time. This one was when he cooked up something really nice after fooling me the
Very
first time.
Very believable stories.
He was robbed. He's in a different state. He doesn't have transportation to come back. Everything is missing, this and that. He was crying over the phone. I'm telling you, that time I was a young girl and I said, guys don't really cry. For a guy to cry. Yeah, because, and for him not to maybe call his parents, because when I was younger too, if you can't, maybe if you reach out to me and you don't reach out to your folks, I just assume that maybe it's very difficult for you to reach out to your folks. And I understand being a creative, right? It's something that is not very acceptable, especially years back. It was that you were seen as a rebel. So him leaving Port Harcourt to Lagos and being stranded and all of that.
He already anticipates what their response was going to be.
Yeah, and maybe you're not going to help. So for you to reach out to me that you've done this to before, it must have been a really tragic situation. So what he needed was transportation money to come back to town. So I sent flight money and all of that. But let me tell you.
Sorry, they'll take you back in time.
It's okay. I thought maybe he changed his number, he's lost his phone or what because of.
So when he got to town, he didn't call you.
I wasn't. Do you understand? It was the friends that I introduced to him that when he graduated from school as a law student and all of that. I'm saying it direct as a law student.
And I hope you get to watch this episode
as a law student. That's when I was seeing his congratulatory images and all of that. I was is this not this person? They say yeah. I'm not seeing his update or anything. They say it's still the same number. It's working. Funny enough, years later, he buzzed me with that same number and he's trying to rebrand and all of that. Maybe he has rebranded for every other person, right? But not me. One time again, he called me, that his car is bad, that he needs a mechanic to, I should come and pay to help him fix it and all of that. And my mind said, what's this? What's the meaning of it? Did you put some jazz? Did you put
blow powder?
You understand? Because of, what's this thing Rihanna says herself, don't take my kindness for
granted.
No, there's a way she said it in BBHM or something all of my kindness is taken for weakness.
For weakness, yeah. Don't mistake my kindness for weakness.
Yeah. Because I just try to help you out. I thought you were a decent person, every other person.
Genuine, yeah.
Do you understand? But I found out you're not. So there's nothing in this life you would do. Because I remember a time he sent me a picture of, a friend being stranded, the parents were ill, this and that. I said, anything that's coming from this guy,
it's hard to trust.
I'm not going to respond. I'm not taking anything that he has already contributed to it. That if only him used his hand to delete that message. Like, because I said, anybody that wants to approach me, you can approach me. But that's why I tell people certain times, sometimes when you want to do stuff, go by yourself. Because you might feel like this person knows me, so you can approach through this person. Most times, go by yourself. Because that kind of person now,
it might actually be genuine, that they actually needed help, but because of
he's coming from him. Yeah, so it's a no. There's nothing he wants to say that I want to listen to.
Wow, interesting.
So, yeah,
interesting. Okay, Cedo, I didn't know you had it in you. So you guys should learn, though. You don't got to take money from Cedo and don't pay back. Cedo, don't forgive.
No, I forgive, but once beating to Aisha, you gotta learn.
I see. Because I understand you perfectly. I've had my fair share of, money and friendship struggle.
Yeah.
I mean, the last one that happened late last year almost made me question my integrity. I'm not even kidding. At the end of the day, same persons who were asking, are you not sure she's in on it? Realized that I was just as much of a victim as they were. And this was somebody we all grew up together, my childhood friend from secondary school, JSS1 all through SS3.
Yeah.
And then we continued the friendship from uni days.
That hurts you.
Do you get that kind of hurt?
Threw away everything.
Like, you threw all of us under the bus. For what? For your selfish reasons. Because of money. Okay, before we wrap this up today, guys, I'm going to ask you some random questions.
Random
questions.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with friendship and money.
Oh.
Just you as a person.
Me as a person.
Yeah. So the first one in my head, I've always wanted to ask. What's the common misconception that you've heard about you from people? I feel like I know this, but I need you to say it.
I don't know, so I need you to say it. What's the
most common misconception that you've heard from people about you that is not true? I mean,
I don't think that's something I want to say. I don't think that,
I feel like I know it.
Because it's something that, if you don't call my name in full, like, you're not talking to me, you're not talking about
you're
me.
Not bold enough.
Yeah, so you got to say it to me. So what's this common Okay, I'm just sorry. Okay, I'm trying to think about
the right word to use.
Yes, you can say that. You can say that. Okay, so most people think that I am Raz.
Okay.
Yeah, because of maybe my outlook at first, yes. But then when they get to like have a conversation with me, they see that it's the other way around. So some people are like, you're the most cameras person I've ever.
Cameras is a sentence.
And like I've ever come across. Like there's no in between. It's like like two variations.
Separate.
Like it's not like Raz, but like gingered. That kind of. I won't say Raz because I just remember that Raz is not.
It's not a good word.
Yeah, so gingered person and calm. So it's just that spectrum. Yeah.
Okay. How long have you had your dreads?
2016. So let's give it 9 years.
Whoa.
Yeah, 9 years.
How do you cope?
How do I cope?
Yes. Don't you miss maybe wearing wigs, braiding your hair?
Actually, I do not, because I have what they call a tender scalp. When I fix my hair, I used to get like rashes and balls and all of that. It's pretty uncomfortable. When I braid my hair, it's always dusty. So I prefer to like wash my hair. Because starting out, I think from when I was young, I've always preferred to like cut my hair, let my hair breathe. So I settled out my locks because I wanted to be able to wash my hair at whatever time. I know that if I braid my hair for 2 weeks, I'm not able to like wash it or anything, but I wanted the air in my hair and I wanted to be able to wash it at any point in time. Especially, from when I've been young, I've always been cutting my hair and all that stress on the scalp is stressful to me. So with my locks, it just allows me feel okay. Yeah, it allows me get up and go.
Just gives you that unique look.
Well, if you say that.
Yes, it does. I'm always admiring your looks, and whenever you come to the office.
Thank you.
But then people say that to maintain it is very expensive. Is that true, or that's just a myth?
I think that's a personal opinion to them, because to me, I don't think it's expensive to maintain it. I even think it's actually cost effective in comparison to like making braids
or wigs
or any of that. Yeah, because I'm not yet thinking about millions of naira. I'm not yet thinking about thousands of naira. If I have the least 5K, well, I know where I'll enter. You just like do my hair real nice and stuff like that, yeah. But then again, people think that maybe you have to retwist every 2 weeks or every 1 month. That's poor because you're still stressing your scalp. You actually let your hair breathe, let the undergrowth come out so the strands are a bit thicker for the size of the strands that you want to have. And it actually allows your hair be richer. So basically, it could take like 2 months in between retwist and 2 months you're spending less than 10K, and okay, the hair treatments, it depends on you. If you get like oil, like take for instance fenugreek oil, rosemary, fused water, and all of that, your hair is going to do okay. Am I spending what?
So you don't have to go to the salon at every point in time. You can do that by yourself.
Yeah. And if you calm down too and you want to retwist, because certain people braid their hair, those people are supernatural.
I'm telling you, they have superpowers. Yes. Kudos, President General. Well done.
So the same with people that actually retwist by themselves. I can't do that. My hands are going to be and all of that. But you can actually, I don't find it like that's expensive.
All right.
In comparison to others.
Okay.
Yeah.
Final question.
Okay.
Final question. So most people are used to seeing you on, vintage shirt, pants, trousers, your style, face cap, dark glasses. Was there ever a time Cedo was wearing dresses and skirts, was looking very girly,
There used to be a time now. Or there was a time.
Okay.
Basically, I still wear dresses, depends on the occasion.
Okay.
Yeah. If it's like a dinner, I could wear dresses to a dinner. I know that, okay, this is where I'm going to. It suits the moment or it suits the occasion. But definitely.
So what would you call your style? How would you describe your style?
My style of
dressing.
Is
there a name for it?
Well, some people call it androgynous dressing. In the sense that what I wear is unisex. It's not a lady can wear it, a guy can wear it. It's not specifically for
a gender.
Yes. So some people call it androgynous dressing. But to me, I just dress up, man. I just look sharp and I just move.
And she's looking sharp. All right, Cedo, thank you so much for coming on the Triple F podcast.
Thank you, Efe. Thank you
for honoring our invite.
It's a pleasure.
You guys, go and subscribe and turn on your notification button because Cedo has given us booze. All right, I'll see you on the next episode. Do well to share this with your friends and family and even your enemies. Ciao.